I've always been worried about sitting to one side of the frame, but I think it actually looks kind of documentary-ish. So I thought I'd give that a go. Also, I was watching, what was I watching? The thing with Peter Garibaldi, is it? No, I'm probably giving the wrong name. You know, the Doctor Who chappie that was in the thick of it, him. He's in that Apple TV series, and I've noticed a lot of time that they're shooting with people in the lower third. Again, it kind of looks very, well, I think a lot of that's handheld as well, so it looks good. And it's a different aspect. So just trying to change things up a little bit. You know, I'm always trying to be something different and new and just keep it fresh for you each and every day. How's your Monday been? Mine has been sane. In fact, I gave myself a little mini break and I worked from home this morning for the first time in ages. Everything I needed to do was doable from home. I needed to check the blog through for the week. I needed to put some hyperlinks in it, which I could do from home. The pictures for the blog, I'm going to wait until I'm up at the podcast show and in London on Wednesday. I've had the press pass through for that today as well. So I'm just going to take 3 or 4 or 5 pictures of the iPod to go in that. I think I'll come back to that in a moment. And what else was I doing at home this morning? Edited a photo and put it up. So luckily I took enough photos last week to see me through. I've got to try and make sure I take some photos this week to see me through as well. I don't know Islington all that well. I remember when I was there at the podcast show last in 2022, it was a really nice area, but I wasn't a photographer then, he says, sounding very affected. I'm sure I'll try and find some angles. And some good news is the train or the tube strike has just been called off. I've looked online, it's definitely been called off now. The unions decided they can chat a bit more, so it looks like I've got a very simple journey now. Waterloo to Bank, and then Bank to, Bank to Angel. And the tubes, as we know, are quick. So hopefully that'll be a nice, easy journey. And hopefully I don't get caught at Waterloo for 3 hours on the way home this week. And I have a simpler and easy journey all the way around. I think the weather's not quite as good as we initially thought it was going to be. It's going to get good over the weekend, apparently. Oh, Peter McKinnon's just put one up. New motorised 20 to 50. Oh, it's a short. What a shame. The weather this week, on Wednesday, if I go to London, I've still got Las Vegas in here to know what their weather was, which that's a little bit optimistic. But the weather on Wednesday is a high of 20 with 50% chance of rain. But then by Sunday, it goes to 25, Monday 27, Tuesday 28, and Wednesday 30, and all sun, no chance of rain. This week's a bit changeable. Then next week and the weekend gets really, really hot, and it's a bank holiday weekend. Although, of course, I am taking a bit of Saturday off, so I'll get a little bit of weather. And I'm going to phone Wex Cameras on Friday to check the guy that I saw at the show last week is there, and then I'll go over and get the sensor cleaned on Saturday. And you will be coming with me, I promise you. I'll take the iPhone as well, so I try and record a little bit of a vlog out of it. I might even record a bit of a vlog in the hairdressers yet. I'm not sure. I feel self-conscious. I've known Joanne for, I think 1991, 2, we first met. And she's the only person to have cut my hair, don't laugh, I know, ever since. But she did take a fair bit off at the beginning of the year, and it feels much more manageable, which is why I've been wearing it down more recently. Hope the light's okay. I didn't do a lot of checks on this, but I think it's going to be okay. So we're now at 83 subs as well. The 100 is looming. The 100 is in sight. This has got to take off at some point. Surely people must love just to sit down and have a voice chat to them. I'm surprised it's being so slow. But then again, as I've always said to you, YouTube isn't as easy as everyone points out. But you know, this, if you remember when I started this was supposed to be bang on point, wasn't it? This kind of channel. And it just goes to show nothing comes easy. And it's just perseverance. It has now become part of my daily plan. It's part of what I do every day, sure, but it'd be nice for it to take off. It would just be nice for it to grow and talk to even more people. And I've also hit 500 subs on Insta today as well. So it goes to show that consistency does pay off. And the other thing was, on Lightroom community, I've got almost 300 subs on there now, or followers on there now. So it does pay off just being consistent. Now, the iPod, I've got a story written about it, as you know, for this week, and also it looks like someone's about to go to a cricket match out. He's got a cricket bag on his back. Good boy, good lad. I saw there was a short came up on my feed today because obviously I'm talking more about iPods and thinking about iPods. Stuff's come up on my homepage, and there is it called Rockbox or something? It's an app. I'm not going to do it. It's a way of adding music to an iPod without using Apple Music. But for the time being, I'm not going to do that. There are ways around it. I could do an Apple Music, but it's not worth the ag. I've still got plenty of CDs that aren't yet streamed on Apple Music. So I'm going to go the genuine. I don't like these says the man that made a video for Wondershare. But I don't like these botched ways of doing things. I like to sort of play it by the straight and narrow. It's my gear, and I don't want to ruin it. And also, that iPod is, it's so old now. I don't want to do anything that could jeopardise it. And I'm liking it for what it is. I didn't go out for a walk last night. I got back from work and I just felt too wiped out. I just sat down and did nothing. It'd been a long weekend, and that's why I took a bit of time out this morning to work from home. Just gave myself a chance so I could just poodle around, work at my own pace, not get in the car too early. And I did have a meeting near home as well this morning, so it just made more sense and it's really helped. The in-air video is up. It's just been uploaded, so I'm going to send her that link. Fingers crossed. It's always this point of the video, of the process, that you're just hoping that you've interpreted what they want correctly. I have said there's a couple of things I don't like, and I think that makes it more authentic, doesn't it? Virtually anything that you've got, even this camera that I love, there's a couple of things in there that I don't like. I could tell you, but if you want to know what I don't like about the Canon R50V, let me know and I'll talk about it tomorrow. But it's the same with everything. Not everything's perfect, so I've tried to be as honest as I can and give them but it's a good video, whereas most of the videos I've seen for the in-air glasses is just somebody sitting behind a desk talking about glasses. It's typical me. I'm out in London, different locations, and it's been a full-on week of using it, getting used to it, and just finding out what it's like to use and enjoying it. So I put them back on yesterday, of course, and today, and they're just good fun to use. They really are. It's a shame that they probably will gather dust. I need to try and get in the habit of taking them and using them. Certainly if I travel, it could be decent to have in hotel rooms and stuff. I don't know how you get movies on there. I'm assuming there is an app on there. And obviously, I told you, because of my Netflix subscription is for my daughter and I'm only able to watch Netflix at home, Netflix would be the obvious way. But I haven't got Amazon probably. I could probably watch movies on Amazon. In fact, I'll try that in a bit. Amazon Prime, I could probably watch movies on because I pay for that. So that's an idea. Still haven't heard back about the mortgage. And I admit I'm being a little bit of a lily liver over that. I need to, something's going to happen at the end of the month, so I need to know who I'm paying and how much I'm paying. He hasn't got back to me, which is a bit what he's like. He's not the most organised guy. But anyway, I only have to deal with him once every couple of years. So I will chase up on that because that all changes at the end of the month. So I'm looking forward to the podcast show, though. I haven't been before. I know the format of it. The place at Islington is really nice. I've booked a place to go to drinks afterwards with Riverside FM. They take up a floor of a pub. As long as it's not running too late, I will do that. I'd be interested. I don't know how long it takes to get from Islington over to Waterloo. Assuming that's not too bad. I can't believe it's going to be more than about 20 minutes. So hopefully I'll be able to go to that as well. And there are speakers there during the day. Last time I was there, I saw James O'Brien, the radio presenter, and also the woman who's the CEO of YouTube was speaking as well. So I'll have a look on the day. I might even have a look in a minute and see who the speakers are and maybe sit down for one of those as well. But obviously now, as much as anything, it's a photo op. So I've started writing out, basically a full script for the iPod video. And I'm really looking forward to making that because, as you know, at the start of the year, I was making all my videos without any sponsors. Recently, there'd been a lot of paid content. It's nice just to get back to making some native content I really want to make. And it's a subject I really feel passionately about. And I told you that I was speaking with that friend of mine yesterday, who's a musician. And I just sent him a rough of the PDF because being a musician, he kind of understood what I was talking about. And funny enough, he used to live very near Canary Wharf. So he was really into, because he was following an old Instagram account of mine that I don't post to. And now he's following that. He's been going through seeing all the pictures I've taken of near where him and his wife used to live. So I'm really looking forward to that video this week. But I'm going to write out virtually full script, just not to read it, but obviously then I know, as you know, that I'm telling the story. So it's separate from the blog that I've written. It's kind of along the same lines, but there's a few points I want to make. And also, of course, you can put podcasts on the iPod. So I'm going to say, look, when I'm recording this one, the London Podcast Show. You see, it all comes together. If you think ahead, it all comes together. So I'm working on that, and I'll record that this week. So hopefully she likes the in-air video, the client likes the in-air video. If she doesn't, I'm always nervous at this point. I think I've given them really good value for money. I think they've got a real good bang for their buck out of me on this one. So fingers crossed that they like it. Probably by the time I talk to you tomorrow, I will have had feedback. It's processing at the moment in YouTube Studio, so it's unlisted. And as soon as it's there, then I'll send it a link. It's got a thumbnail, it's got everything in there. So fingers crossed for me, because it's been a week's work and a lot of hard work as well. As you know, I spent a lot of time on it at the weekend and a lot of time shooting last week in London and here and screen recording. So fingers crossed. I don't think there was anything else I really needed to mention. It was a quieter day on emails today. There's somebody called Hume Health that I'd heard from before. Somebody else has been in touch. I don't hold out much hope for it. They backed away once we started talking money. But obviously, I follow everything through. If they sound, the one I did have today was, we saw your video on Teslas, and we'd really like to show our Tesla accessories. That just shows that you haven't watched my channel then, doesn't it? But that's the way that nearly all these emails start. We've watched your channel, really appreciate the content. They've never watched it at all. But anyway, I replied to the ones that I think were appropriate, and this Hume Health one, it would be appropriate-ish. So let's see what they say. And then I'm waiting for Ugreen to get back to me to let me know what they want me to do with the NAS. That's the next one I've got lined up to do, and I want to get onto that as quickly as possible. So I won't chase them up today. I'll let Enair come back to me. Hopefully they're happy. Then once I know that's done and scheduled for this week, then I can concentrate on getting into the new NAS. And also, Johan, just want to thank you. Yes, Elizabeth Towers. It wasn't what was in my mind's eye. That's not what I thought it was called. I knew it wasn't called Big Ben, but now you've said it, I know it's right. Elizabeth Towers. And it is the Houses of Parliament, isn't it? But then I assume Big Ben is the bell or the tower where the bell is. Is that right at the very top? I'm assuming that's the Big Ben part of it. And I think Big Ben is in Elizabeth Towers. Have I got that right? So, there you go. I think that's everything done. Nothing else I needed to mention. That's everything off the list. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and have quite an early night, actually. Yeah, it should be quite sane. I should be out of here before 7, which is a nice little payback. Anyway, I hope your Monday's been well, and I will speak to you tomorrow. See you then.